Hello, I'm Dr. John Smelcer, and welcome to another episode of Ahtna 101. In this episode, we learn terms related to the supernatural. And if you want, follow along with the Ahtna Noun Dictionary and Pronunciation Guide, which you can download for free on my website, www.johnsmelcer.com, and then just click on dictionaries. So we'll start off with the word for like spirit or ghost. And it's a broad word, and it's just keyige. For a spirit in general, it's keyuni. We sometimes see smoke coming from some volcanic mountains in our area, like Mount Wrangell will sometimes have plumes of volcanic smoke because it's an active volcano. And we think of that as, or at least historically, have thought of that as the smoke or from the campfire of spirits. So after people die, their ghosts go up there and live on that mountain, and they have this campfire. And we call that smoke keyuni hleda. So remember, keyuni is a spirit, and hleda comes from like a word thlet for smoke. So that's the smoke of spirits. A ghost in general, now see, I'm not sure the difference really between a spirit and a ghost, but a ghost is just ku. So how you hear how it almost sounds like keyuni, just ku. A bush Indian, sometimes called a brush Indian, is kind of like a Sasquatch story. It's these humanoid creatures that are usually like big and hairy that live in the woods. They're very primitive, and sometimes they kidnap and even kill, humans, especially, Ahtna Indians. And we call that Cheltani. Some dialect, like our Western dialect, says koleni. And we already had the word raven before. Now, not the regular black bird that everyone sees, but the deity figure in our supernatural, in our mythology. And that is, as I've said many times, Sagani Gai. So Sagani is raven in general. Gai means little. So the little trickster raven figure. In a lot of our mythology, fox appears a lot. He's this character who's witty, smart. We say things like sly as a fox, smart as a fox. And Ahtna is the same way. And so our fox, when we talk about that in our mythology, is kithuya. And that just means that literally the smart young man. Monster in general is gu. I'll do another one, the tailed ones, also called the monkey people. In our mythology, there are these particular stories of these creatures with long tails that sometimes hunt and kill humans, and would haul us up to their cave and eat us. And sometimes we would find the bones of humans outside of these caves. And the word for the tailed ones are katani. I've sometimes heard satani, so I guess it's just a preference there. I wrote an article years ago that wondered if maybe the katani were actually mountain lions. Mountain lions used to be common in Alaska, but in the past couple hundred years they've been totally driven out, and they appear in like British Columbia and parts of the Pacific Northwest, but they used to appear in Alaska. So maybe the creature that used to be there has just taken on mythic proportions now. But the descriptions in our stories sure fit a mountain lion. And that's it for today. Thanks. Stay tuned for the next episode of Ahtna 101.